Hey, I am Gokui, and the show starts now. This is Absolute Cinema!
少しつかめてきた気がするぞ。身勝手の極意。
It's astounding. This mortal really is something else. Look at that brilliant form. There can be no doubt. This is the true power, complete in all its majesty. This is autonomous Ultra Instinct!
Gon had been betrayed by Zakai, but something strange was happening. Gon already had thoughts that Zakai was just using him to get more power in the Celestial War. But still, the third son of Son Goku fell into the traps to the Supreme Priestess. Mage Mukai watched everything with a totally sarcastic look. Mukai says, Zakai being cunning as always. There wasn't even time for this breath to breathe. Merciless as always, isn't it, Zakai? Zakai, with a serious look, says, we didn't have time to deal with this boy. He had enormous potential, but I never felt confidence in him. He was definitely up to something. If even after receiving the kiss of death from Zidus, he could regain consciousness, what would he do? He thought I would believe his words. Now he won't give us any more trouble. At that moment, the great gate that divided the two realms in the empty dimension begins to open and a voice arises. The unknown voice says, it seems that I finally am free. After so many millennia sealed here in this place, I am finally free. Zakai, you haven't changed at all. This dimension remains as cold as ever. The division between life and death is here, so very thin. It seems that the most powerful warriors meet here. Oh yes, disperse more powerful creatures. At that moment, several dragons and other dragons begins to leave the gate that had been opened by Mukai and Zakai. Mukai says, finally we will be able to conquer all the universe, High Priestess. At that moment, Zakai starts to laugh and quickly teleports behind Mukai and hits a big blow with the staff in his heart that crosses his chest. Amazed, Mukai speaks. Zakai, why did you do that? Zakai, smiling, says, you're just scum in this universe. Do you think I didn't know that after Zalama's release you intended to betray me? Don't you dare play with the mother of angels. A big laugh breaks out. Zalama finally appears, with his entire body covered by an age blanket. Zalama says, how long, Zakai? It seems like yesterday that we fought together against Yamoshi and Daishi-kun. If I'm seeing you here in front of me now, it means that our millennia ago plan worked, doesn't it? Zakai, smiling, responds, well done, Zalama-sama. We had some snags. It seems that the time we were sealed, very strong warriors ended up appearing on Earth, and for that reason, we had a lot of headaches. Let's come with me to my palace, and I'll update you to the whole situation. Zakai and Zalama get together and enter again through the portal that would be the exit from the empty dimension and go to the highest floor of the Great Priestess Celestial Palace. The High Priestess Palace, as well as Zeno-sama's palace, is known to be one of the most mysterious places of all. There are legends that say that if a stranger who enters the palace of the Great Priestess and does not know the ways of the palace is trapped in this place until the moment of his death. Right now, most of the Z warriors are looking for Gon and Zakai. Zakai and Zalama arrive at the palace of the High Priestess. Zalama says, I need to get back to my Zakai throne. My energies need to be recovered. Zakai prepared the Zalama throne while explaining the Celestial War and the enemies that appeared. At that moment, Zalama says, interesting. So now we have a raid right on this palace. Enemies must be strong to have been able to fight the Ultimate Saiyans, isn't it? Zakai responds, as I said, there are some warriors who have been giving us problems, but this will no longer be an unforeseen event. Zalama observes and says, I wouldn't say that. Looks like we already have visitors. Zakai sees through his vision of the future the image of Goku, Vegeta, and Beerus advancing through his palace. Zakai says, curses, what did you do with Bazara and Zaki? I will not forgive them. Zalama seriously says, I was referring to these two monstrous energies that are in front of us right here. Zakai gets scared and says, how's this possible? At that moment, a female voice appears. I can't believe I thought we were going to die before I managed to find these two. If it wasn't for you, we'd be in trouble, brother. It seems that you even know this palace. The male voice answers, oh, I used to walk in the High Priestess Palace since I was so little, so these labyrinths don't work against me. Let's resolve this situation soon and bring Gon back. At that moment, Vados and Whis arrived face to face with Sakai and Zalama. Whis says, "It can't be. There are two presents here. By the angels, it can't be. There were two presents here. I could swear it was Sakai and the wizard Mukai, but this guy has a much more destructive energy than Mukai's. Don't tell me he is." Vado says, "You damn, what did you do to Gon? I would never forgive them." Sakai says, "Gon is totally destroyed. If I were you, I would never remember him. Well, two angels are here. It will be perfect for me to start testing my powers. Next to me, you two are nothing. Zalama, just watch. The powers of the High Priestess Sakai. Sakai for the first time will fight." Whis and Vados prepared in combat stance. Whis smiling says, "Sister, don't worry. We'll find a way to save Gon. First, let's show these priestesses that the brothers from the universes 6 and 7 are the most powerful." Meanwhile, on Earth, several hordes of demons try to approach the Earth. At that time, a large barrier had been created around the land that prevented the demons from entering it. Broly says, "Looks like the barrier Mr. Whis created is having an effect. It won't last too long. Well, what we have left is to prepare for this fight." All the Z warriors that were on Earth alongside Broly, Frieza, and Cell Max prepare. Cell Max says, "That means we have a warm-up here. It will be a pleasure to eliminate those weak beings that are to come." The Earth again comes into conflict. Universe 6. Champa begins to reflect on everything that is happening. Since Beerus decided to fight this way, why didn't the Daishika leave the Universe 6 in charge of ending this war? Universe 7 always causes big problems. You bloody Beerus. If you lose this fight, I would never forgive you. At that time in the High Priestess Palace on the north side, Goku advanced alongside Vegeta and Beerus until the moment when a great ray of darkness is launched towards their bodies. Beerus says, "I feel the presence of some enemies. Damn it, I thought that Bazara and Zaki would be the only ones that would stand in our way." At that moment, a great energy of darkness ends up being released on the bodies of the three. Goku starts having his vision blurred and the image of Beerus and Vegeta disappears from his front. Goku says, "Mr. Beerus, Vegeta!" Vegeta was finding everything that was happening strange. Vegeta said, "What is that? Show up, you moron!" A big laugh breaks out. The unknown voice says, "Vegeta, Vegeta, it looks like we've finally met again." Vegeta responds, "The voice, it's you, you damn angel, Shiva!" Shiva, the bloody angel, finally appears again. Vegeta activates his Ultra Ego and says, "I knew this was one of his illusions. It won't work on me again. Yamazaki's energy is in my body." Vegeta activates his Ultra Ego. Shiva starts laughing and speaks. "Perfect. It means that the Ultra Ego is the ability to be able to fight even the angels. This will be fun." At that instant, Goku says, "Damn it, I can't see any of them." Goku dodges quickly when he feels energy being emanated over his body. Goku says, "I feel an angelic energy. Yeah, I remember your key on Earth. I feel an angelic energy. Come on out. I remember your key on Earth." At that moment, Kai appears and says, "Perfect. Now you will fight the strongest angel, Son Goku. The same angel that captured Gon will now fight Son Goku." Goku versus Kai, the strongest angel. Vegeta vs Shiva, the bloody angel. Gohan and Piccolo vs Ico, the ultimate Saiyan. Jiren, Hit, and Caulifla vs Yujiro, the Annihilator. Whis and Vados vs Akai, the mother of angels. All these battles will decide the fate of all universes. After Gon was betrayed by Sakai, several changes began to happen in all universes. Due to the collapse of the opening in the Celestial Gate that freed Zalama. Center of the universes, Palace of Zeno-sama. Zeno and his guards besides Daishikan begin to observe all this. Zeno says, "Daishikan, looks like the energy of that white-haired boy who fought Goku on Earth is gone." Zeno-sama's guards just watch. Daishikan with a soft look says, "It seems that your majesty is finally happening. Soon the time will come for us to enter the battlefield." Salama is finally back and he will certainly plan to bring a horde of dragons back there. But his powers must not be complete, because if they were, he would have already started to act. This could be an advantage for Son Goku and his friends. Daishikan noticed extremely high power light years away from Zenosama's palace. Daishikan says, "So the fighting has already begun." At that moment, in the palace of the great priestess Sakai, Gohan and Piccolo fought against Zaiko, the Supreme Saiyan. Zaiko says, "You are the son of Son Goku, aren't you? Know that I hate your father just because he managed to escape from me on that planet of death. Since I couldn't see him, I'll finish you off myself here and now." Piccolo says, "You're going to fight us both now. I'm tired of guys like you thinking they can do whatever they want. Come on, Gohan, let's teach this guy a lesson." At that moment, Gohan makes a serious face and says, "Mr. Piccolo, please don't get involved in this battle any longer. This guy's mine." Piccolo starts looking at Gohan and tries to understand why Gohan's unusual attitude in wanting to fight Zaiko alone. Piccolo begins to observe, and after the laughter, saying, "So that's it, the pride of Saiyans. This is a battle of Saiyans. Do your best, Gohan, and don't die." Gohan, the son of Son Goku who had not fought for years, the one who was once considered the prodigy among all and saved the Earth several times. Among his most memorable battles when he fought the android Cell. That boy who had the arrogance fighting the demon Majin Buu, the same one who reached his beast mode from against Cell Max, is now face to face with the Supreme Saiyan God Zaiko. The greatest battle is about to begin. Zaiko looks coldly at Gohan and says, "You will regret being born a brat." Gohan smiles and says, "Then come and fight me with everything you've got." Zaiko in a blink of an eye appears behind Gohan's back and hangs him, crushing his neck more and more. Gohan says, "Damn, how did you get here so fast?" Zaiko, before being named the Ultimate Saiyan, was known as the Killer Saiyan of Universe 17. The kings of all planets that Zaiko wanted to conquer were eliminated by the Supreme Saiyan. Zaiko always raised his power to unimaginable levels, and all mortals began to fear the Supreme Saiyan. After years passed and everyone already knew who Zaiko was, he became known as the Supreme Saiyan. Gohan, being hanged by Zaiko, begins to notice that Zaiko's energy resembles Goku's and Gon's energy a lot. Gohan says, "How strange. It can't be." At that moment, Gohan raises his power even more and manages to let go of Zaiko, and with great dexterity, hits a punch in his stomach. Gohan says, "Is it possible? Why is this guy energy similar to my father and Gon? That doesn't make any sense. Did he come from Universe 17? If I'm not mistaken, Gon is my father's son from another timeline." While Gohan tried to reason, Zaiko advanced to attack him. Zaiko says, "You really are strong, boy. It's getting interesting to fight you. It will be a pleasure to break all of your bones." Gohan stops Zaiko's fist and says, "I don't have time for games." At that moment, Gohan activates his beast mode form, and Zaiko is impressed with the power emanated by Gohan. Gohan starts throwing several blows at Zaiko and says, "This is your end! Special Beam Cannon!" Zaiko gets scared and speaks, "What? Impossible!" A gigantic special beam cannon is cast on Zaiko, causing the Ultimate Saiyan to be thrown into the rubble of the palace. Gohan says, "You're finished." Piccolo just watches. A great ray of light with darkness begin to emerge. Gohan says, "What? It's not possible. It's the same energy as the time of the Makai realm." Flashback of Gohan, Piccolo, and Cell Max in the Makai realm. Gohan and Piccolo being guided by Cell Max in the Makai realm, they fought against several demons to get to the king of the Makai realm. Until the moment when arriving in the Makai palace, Gohan sees the king of the Makai kingdom murdered. Gohan says, "What the hell happened here?" Gohan sees Gon and Zaidos. Cell Max says, "Oh, what do we have here if it's not a similar boy to Son Goku? What an incredible power that is." Zaidos watches and says, "Looks like we have a visitor here, and it isn't Gon." Gohan charges forwards to attack Gon. Gon says, "Do you think you can beat me, Gohan? Who knew that days ago we were on the same side in this war, and now we're on opposite sides?" "Gon, what the hell are you doing next to that angel?" Gohan creates a big Kamehameha, and Gon creates a big blast of energy that collide. Gon teleports and releases a portal in the Makai realm where the wizard Makai comes out all changed. Zaido says, "So you found the Gon portal." Gon responds, "We already have what we needed. Let's take Makai to the High Priestess. You want this, don't you?" Gon appears with a pot of Majin essence in his hand and throws it to Gohan. Gon enters the portal with Zaidos and Makai. Gohan says, "What the hell happened here?" Piccolo says, "It doesn't matter, Gohan. Let's get the heck out of here." Back to the present. Gohan, after noticing Gon's energy resemblance to Zyko, Gohan sees Zyko regaining his energy. Zyko appears and says, "Now you've managed to piss me off, you damn brat." Gohan starts to smile and says, "So that's it. I discovered his secret. Zyko, the Supreme Saiyan. You're actually son of Goku from another timeline. That's why you hate the Saiyans of this timeline so much." Piccolo is impressed and says, "What? How is this possible?" Zyko answers, "How did you figure that out? All by yourself?" Gohan says, "In fact, you're the essence of Gon from another timeline. This way your energy is linked with Gon's. Well, I don't have any more time to waste with you any longer." At that moment, Gohan activates his Beast Mode 2 form, and Zyko activates his ultimate level. Zyko advances towards Gohan and says, "Let's decide who is the strongest Saiyan." At that moment, Gohan in his second beast form runs in front of Zyko, and the two begin to exchange punches. Gohan stands still when he receives a punch from Zyko. Zyko says, "What? Why didn't you dodge?" Gohan, smiling, says, "It seems that my power has increased exponentially. More so you didn't even notice." At that moment, Gohan's straight arm had pierced Zyko's chest and Zyko hadn't noticed. Zyko says, "Impossible!" Zyko is eliminated, but for some reason his target advances directly to the empty dimension where Gon's body was. Gohan says, "Mr. Piccolo, I feel like something strange is about to happen. Let's get out of here!" A great shaking in the palace of the High Priestess Sakai occurs. Goku grew his ki more and more. Kai, the strongest angel, says, "So you're the famous son Goku. I'm happy to have found you, but at the same time, I'm sad." Goku watches and says, "What a strange guy. What are you talking about? Sad? Afraid of being humiliated by a mortal?" Kai responds, "I am happy that I can put an end to you now, and saddened that you're moving mountains to save your third son Gon, and you still can't get past me." Goku begins to get furious, and the entire palace of the High Priestess begins to shake. The Saiyan's muscle mass begins to increase, causing his muscles to grow in a similar way to Broly, and then return to normal. Goku, with a serious face, responds, "Strongest angel, your powers are nothing compared to Mr. Whis." Goku teleports and hits Kai's belly with a big punch. Kai falls, kneels on the ground, and says, "What was this?" Goku walks in front of Kai and says, "My training in the Room of the Gods was done precisely to finish off weaklings like you. Get out of my way if you don't want to have the same end as Bazara Tenzaki." Kai, lying on the ground, says, "No, that's impossible. How did you hit me? Damn it, it hurts so much. What an incredible power." Goku was confident that Kai would not be able to stand up until the moment Kai says, "It cannot be." Just kidding. Too weak. Kai teleports in front of Goku, activating his ultra-angelic instinct, and grabs Goku's head, dragging him to the ground and throwing him away. Kai, with a totally serious face, looks at Goku and says, "Quit kidding yourself too, and let's get started." Big explosion happened on the battlefield, starts to get more and more intense. Big stars appear. Whis and Vados had been having their battle against Sakai. Whis, with great dexterity and mastery, dodged all of Sakai's attacks. Sakai says, "Oh, interesting, Whis. You managed to dodge my attacks." "You don't even look like the same angel who had been defeated by Xiao at the beginning of the war. It looks like you've learned to defend yourself against the energy that seals the power of the angels." At that moment, Zalama just watches the battle and says in his mind, 2 angels against Zakai. The mother of angels really is cheeky, although we shouldn't worry since the mother of the angels has the power equal to the power of the Daishikan. So those lesser angels won't be a problem for you, won't it, Zakai? At that moment, Zaloma and Zakai are impressed. A great light appears over Whis' body. Whis begins to raise his power. Ah! Me being defeated by Ciel! Flashback of the planet Beerus at the start of the Celestial War. Beerus says, Whis, you can tell that they're very close from here, can't you? I'm sure he'll be able to come after us. If we show our real powers, the enemy will have an advantage over everything. Maybe it would be better for us to let ourselves be defeated by them, and that way we'd gain time and we'd know the enemy's weakness. Whis responds, Mr. Beerus, that's pretty bold, don't you think? A demon of the race of cold will think that he alone can defeat an angel and a cat of destruction.
That would be a shame, Whis. However, we are in a heavy threat. If the mother of the angels and all of the cats of destruction think that we have not strengthened our forces within this last millennium, it would be our greatest advantage on the battlefield.
Whis starts to smile and says, well done, Sir Beerus. After Beerus and Whis come to an agreement, the two are purposely defeated by Xiao. Now all of this has turned out to be a trap by the angel and god of destruction of Universe 7. Whis smiles. Back to current times. Zaloma and Zakai are surprised by the power that Whis is showing. Vado says, it seems that my brother decided to fight seriously from the beginning. Now I understand. Being humiliated by a cold demon, even on purpose, causes Whis' reputation and honor as an angel to be hurt. So now, from the beginning, he goes with everything. Zakai, if I were you, I would prepare myself to know the power of the strongest angel. A big explosion happens. Zakai says, what? It cannot be. Zaloma starts to smile. See, Zakai, don't hit me. He's afraid of the power of the wrath of one of his children. Zakai responds, it's none of that, Zaloma. It's just that right now I'm just completely gone from all the Psycho's energy. Vado starts to smile and says, they have already started to act. Now get ready that the next one will be you, Zakai. Zakai angrily says, damn you bastards. North side of the High Priestess's palace. After Gohan defeated Zyko, Gohan continues with a serious expression. Piccolo says, why are you like this, Gohan? You finally defeated the enemy and that saying was very strong. Surely you have already mastered your new transformation by 100%. Gohan says, it's not that, Mr. Piccolo, but I feel he wasn't alone. I still feel an evil presence here. Piccolo says, what are you talking about, Gohan? He's lying on the ground in front of us. Gohan looks at Piccolo with a serious expression and goes into a big Kamehameha. Startled, Piccolo says, what the hell are you doing, Gohan? Gohan deflects his attack from Piccolo and directly hits a plaster that is behind in the palace of the High Priestess. A big laugh starts to emerge. Were you actually able to defeat Zyko? Something that not even Son Goku had been able to do. Who knew the Supreme Saiyan gone from another timeline would be defeated? You figured it all out. This really is amazing. At that moment, Piccolo says, who are you? Show up! In the blink of an eye, a great light is brought by Zyko's body and Zyko's body disappears. Gohan asks, what have you done, you bastard? The unknown voice says, since Zyko and Gohan are the same person from another timeline, their bodies need to become one. The two will meet soon, and the true being will be born. I've been all this time looking at everything that was happening within this war, and it seemed incredible. Now it seems that our plan is working, isn't it, Zydus? Gohan and Piccolo are startled to hear Zydus' name. Gohan says, Zydus, isn't that the angel who was with Gon in the Makai Kingdom, Mr. Piccolo? That voice is saying that they are plotting something behind even the mother of angels. A female laugh erupts. Incredible! You really are incredible! Fantastic, Azazel! The unknown present has always walked beside Zydus finally has his name and appearance revealed. With gigantic armor, strong appearance and horns, Azazel is revealed to be the unknown presence. Gohan says, damn it! For that we didn't expect, Mr. Piccolo. The Supreme Saiyan being used by them is the same way that Gon was used by Zakai. Piccolo says, Gohan, now this battle is not about a Saiyan battle, but a battle between gods. Who is this guy? His power is totally different from any power I've seen before. Gohan seriously responds, no matter who it is, we came here with this science, Mr. Piccolo, not science, conscience. No matter who it is, we came here with this conscience, Mr. Piccolo. We will defeat them. In the blink of an eye, Zydos appears in front of Gohan and hits him with a kiss of death. Piccolo says, what? How you got here so fast? Gohan receives the kiss of death from Zydos. Zydos says, one down, Azazel. Now we just have to finish off the Namekusei-jin. Gohan has received the kiss of death from Zydos. Up until now, Zydos' angel's technique Kiss of Death is that after Zydos kisses the enemy, they are mind-controlled, the same as Gon and Goku received. Piccolo says, damn it, Gohan, what's happening to you? Azazel, standing still, says, very well, Zydos. It seems to be getting stronger. Piccolo watches and says, but who is this guy? He doesn't look like a god of destruction and his power is totally different. For sure he's not even preparing to fight. An angel obeying another entity. At that moment, Gohan was with his eyes open but totally unconscious. Piccolo screams, come on, Gohan, react! Zydos smiling says, that's impossible, Namekian warrior. This boy is no longer here over us. This time we don't have time to deal with you. I will erase his entire existence from the inside out. What are you talking about? The Kiss of Death technique has several variables. In the same way that I can control the enemy's mentality, I can also poison or destroy all the warrior's bones. Zydos screams, association with the Kiss of Death! Internal destruction! Now my poison will be repelled in that Saiyan's body and his body will be totally destroyed! Piccolo says, this cannot happen. At the same time that Piccolo is worried, the Namekian being starts to laugh. Azazel watches and says, what is this guy laughing at? Gohan has received the Kiss of Death from Zydos. Zydos says, he's desperate with the death of his student and that's why he's like this. At that moment, a great aura begins to appear over Gohan's body, and the image of all his cells appears in front of Zydos. What is that? Impossible! What are you talking about, Zydos? It's like his cells are healing on their own, much faster than the Kiss of Death poison. Well done, Gohan. Just in time. Gohan regains consciousness and says, that was a close one, Mr. Piccolo. Zydos and Azazel don't understand what happened. But what was this? Gohan starts to remember his battle against Lavender in the presentation with the Zeno-sama. Lavender was exchanging punches with Gohan. As strong as Gohan was, his body suffered from receiving the poison. Since the fight, Gohan and Goku began to train to protect themselves with their Saiyan energies. Since then, poisons don't work on Gohan's body. Impressed, Zyros says, but how did you manage to escape the Kiss of Death? Gohan starts smiling and says, it's because I'm a Saiyan hybrid, so I have both Saiyan and human mentalities, so your technique will never have an effect on me. Zydos starts to smile and says, I see. So my Kiss of Death technique is useless against these Saiyans. First it was Goku, then Gon, and now you. At that moment, Zydos rages and the whole palace starts to shake. Gohan and Piccolo get serious. Zydos says, if spell techniques don't work, now we will summon in brute force. Zydos prepares in battle stance. Gohan and Piccolo speak together. It's about time! Planet Earth. Several dragons begin to appear on the Earth of all universes. The warriors of the other universes that were on Earth had received the order of Broly to return to their universes due to the invasion having increased. Kaba and Kale alongside the others head back to their universes. Kaba says, Caulifla-san, it's going to be okay. Kale looks at Broly and says, Broly, don't die. Broly smiles. At that moment, several dragons appeared in front of Broly, Black Frieza, and Cell Max. Black Frieza says, this is getting more interesting than ever. So it means that Son Goku and the others couldn't stop the dragons from releasing the portal and they're going to destroy the Earth. It would be so beautiful to see Goku and Vegeta's planet destroyed by these beings. At that moment, a ray of light is released on Frieza. Frieza says, "Who dares to attack the Emperor of the Universe? Show up, Lucky, and I'll eliminate you myself." A great laugh arises, and the place of the land that Black Frieza is on begins to darken and disperses from Broly and Cell Max. Emperor of the Universe. So that's the name you call yourself. Oh, you grew, Frieza. But we should have that name together. Black Frieza changes his composure and says, "It's not possible. That voice, Cooler. It's you!" Frieza's brother, Cooler, appears from the smoke that has cleared. He says, "Exactly, my brother. Thanks to the Mother of Angels, I am back. The portal of the Kingdom of Dragons was released and the Supreme Dragon granted me his powers. Now I have the necessary power to dominate all these planets in this universe. Come with me and let's destroy it all." At that moment, Black Frieza is silent. Broly says, "Where is that damn Frieza? It can't stay like this!" At that instant, Black Frieza throws a great blast of energy on his brother, causing the entire location to be destroyed, launching several dragons to the mountains of the earth. Cooler says, "What are you doing, brother?" Frieza, laughing, says, "Brother, I am not your brother. I don't have a family. Since I was a little kid, I had to learn to get by on my own, and I became the Emperor of the Universe all on my own, with my own army. I never needed you for anything. I have no intentions of sharing a job with you, the same title. The price and demand for power is great, and my only right was to disown anyone who claimed to be close to me and was not. For now, my goals are different. And your end will now be..." So there's no way, as I should always have guessed that about you. Cooler starts to rage and causing the earth to start to shake with increase of his ki. At that moment, Cooler turns into Black Cooler. Frieza is startled and says, "But how did you manage to achieve this transformation?" Cooler lunges at Frieza. A great battle ensues. Meanwhile, on the south side of the nearby mountain, Paozu, Goten, and Trunks brought Bulma and Chi-Chi along with several adults and children to hide in a mountain cave in order to avoid being attacked. Goten says, "Trunks, it seems that the invasion of our parents didn't work out very well. Now our universes are being attacked again." Trunks responds, "Something must have happened that they didn't expect, Goten. I'm sure it could have something to do with the half-brother of yours. But we don't have time to waste. Let's get out of here and help in the battle. The Earth is being invaded." At that moment, Chi-Chi screams arises. "Help, Goten!" A big demon dragon is holding Chi-Chi and says, "Now it's your end, mediocre mortal." Bulma, scared to death, says, "Release her, you filth!" Bulma is attacked and falls to the ground. Chi-Chi says, "We've come this far and now we're going to be killed. Goku, where are you?" The moment Chi-Chi was going to be attacked, the demon dragon receives a double kick to his face by Goten and Trunks. Trunks goes to Bulma and says, "Mom, are you okay?" Bulma responds, "It's okay, my son. Take care of this guy." Goten says, "Whenever danger lurks, I will fight for justice." Trunks says, "You look like your brother when you dress up as Great Saiyaman, Goten." The dragon demon appears in front of Goten and Trunks and says, "That kick didn't even tickle. Let's see what we have here." "Dinner time." Goten and Trunks speak. "What? Not even a scar?" To be continued. Howdy, partner. Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and comment down below what you think is gonna happen next. And that's it for today, actually. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. This is so much fun.